If you could see the code behind reality, you'd stop calling it chaos. Most people think life is random, but it's not. It's recursive. It repeats until you notice. It mirrors your beliefs, amplifies your attention, and quietly shapes itself around your awareness. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are, because reality isn't punishing you. It's programming you. The moment that you start seeing it that way, everything changes. Not because life gets easier, but because you finally stop taking the lessons personally. Because reality isn't punishing you, it's personalizing you. It's shaping you through repetition, refining you through friction. The same patterns keep looping, not to break you, but to wake you. Every obstacle, every disappointment is a line of code asking to be rewritten. You don't need to fight the pattern. You need to understand the programming. In the moment that you realize that, life stops feeling like chaos and starts feeling like communication. There's this illusion of randomness, where reality looks random when you're only paying attention to the surface, to events, outcomes, people's words. But the surface is just an interface. It's not reality, it's a reflection. The same patterns keep looping because they're trying to teach you something that you've been too busy to feel. That repeated problem, it's feedback. That relationship that always ends in the same way. That resistance that always follows you from job to job. That's life asking for your upgrade. You're not being tested, you're being mirrored. Until you integrate the lesson, life has no reason to change the script, because reality doesn't speak English. It speaks emotion, energy, and repetition. It's not giving you what you want. It's giving you opportunities to become someone who can hold what you're asking for. It's not resistance, it's rehearsal. Life repeats until you respond differently. That's why escaping the loop never works. You can change locations, relationships, or strategies, but if the consciousness behind them stays the same, you'll just recreate the same lesson in a new costume. Decoding begins the moment that you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What part of me keeps calling this in?" There are 3 unseen laws that are hidden in plain sight. Not mystical, but mechanical. They govern how consciousness interacts with experience. Law number 1, the law of reflection. Reality doesn't speak in words. It speaks in mirrors. Everyone you meet is a version of you in disguise, a reflection of something that you admire, avoid, or deny. When you judge someone, you're just identifying the part of yourself that you haven't made peace with yet. When you're triggered, you're meeting the edges of your own unintegrated emotion. What you resist in others reveals what you've repressed in yourself. Decode that, and life stops feeling hostile. It starts feeling precise, because reality isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to show you. The argument that keeps happening, that's a mirror. The client that keeps ghosting you, it's a mirror. The opportunity that never quite works out, also a mirror. The moment that you stop reacting to people and start reading them as reflections, you begin to see the architecture behind experience. Everything external is internal, made visible. Life is not against you. It's just showing you the places within you that are still out of sync with your truth. When you see clearly, you stop fighting mirrors and you start polishing them. Law number 2, the law of resonance. Reality doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to what you signal. Your internal frequency, your beliefs, your nervous system state, and your focus is the true algorithm. You can't fake vibration. You can post affirmations all day, but if your nervous system is wired for survival, you'll keep attracting scenarios that confirm your fear. Energy doesn't lie. It organizes reality around your most dominant feeling. When you shift your internal frequency, you don't force reality to change. You tune into a different layer of it. Think of it like a radio. The frequency doesn't care what you say you want. It cares what you vibrate. If your inner frequency is scarcity, you'll keep finding proof that you're not enough. If your frequency is fear, you'll attract situations that confirm it's justified. Reality doesn't filter by language. It filters by coherence. That's why healing changes your life faster than hustling. Because the moment that your emotional frequency rises, your external life reorganizes to match it. You stop chasing opportunity and start resonating with it. The world doesn't respond to what you perform. It responds to what you believe. Law number 3, the law of coherence. You can't hold 2 opposing truths and expect reality to trust you. You say you want peace, but chase chaos. You say you want abundance, but move like you're broke. You say you want connection, but armor yourself with self-protection. Reality aligns with your coherence, not your confusion. When your thoughts, emotions, actions finally agree, life stops sending mixed signals because it no longer has to. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions finally align, you become magnetic, not because you're trying harder, but because you stopped contradicting yourself. Reality loves clarity. It rewards internal honesty. When you stop saying one thing and start feeling another, the noise dissolves. The world starts moving with you because you're finally moving with yourself. Coherence isn't perfection. It's your internal truth no longer fighting your external choices. And that's when the universe becomes simple again. So how do you start decoding reality? Pause before you react. Every trigger, every loop, every recurring obstacle is an encrypted message. Ask yourself this: what is this situation trying to teach me about what I still believe? Then listen, not with logic, but with awareness. Patterns repeat to reveal. Pain persists to clarify. And clarity doesn't arrive as comfort. It arrives as truth. The practice isn't to escape the lesson. It's to integrate it so deeply that reality no longer needs to repeat it. Because repetition is reality's compassion. It doesn't give up on you. It keeps showing you the same screen until you change the script. That's how kind the system is. It doesn't punish, it persists. The practice of decoding is less about analyzing life and more about attuning to it, to slow down enough to actually feel the pattern instead of trying to escape it. Awareness is the master key. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's when the code starts to reveal itself. Every trigger, every delay, every silence as guidance, not opposition. When you learn to read the code behind your experience, life stops feeling random. It starts feeling responsive because it's not you versus reality. It's you with reality. Every moment, every person, every setback, they're all part of a larger conversation between your consciousness and the field. Reality is the most honest mirror that you'll ever have. It doesn't judge, it just reflects. So if you want to change what you see, don't fight the mirror. Change the message you're sending it, because reality is responsive, not random. It's listening. It's mirroring your state of being with surgical precision. So the question isn't whether life is working. The question is it working for the version of me that I actually want to be? When you shift that question, you stop micromanaging outcomes and start mastering awareness. You realize that the power was not in controlling the code. It was in becoming conscious of the coder. And once you see that, the laws don't control you anymore. You start co-authoring with them, and watch how fast reality reconfigures to match who you finally decided to become.